Oh my god, I cannot believe what I'm reading. Etheria Restart team is about to nerf the permanent summon forever. After they introduced the Wishbinder event, the permanent summon is gonna change forever. Because when this event is running, you can earn Wishbinder points for summoning in the permanent summon. And with these points, you can, after you reach a certain threshold, you can claim Perfect Lattice, Quantum Cypherbox, and so on and so forth. We still don't know what are these Quantum Cypherbox or these Quantum Prototypes, but we know Perfect Lattice is the most important item in the game so far. Now, as part of like a bittersweet type of news, also this weekend we will have the Blessing Galore, which is a double drop event for modules. Now, why do I think the Wishbinder gift is a nerf to the permanent summon? And why do I think this is wrong at so many levels? Well, for those that are new to the channel, my name is Pliyo and I love covering Etheria Restart content and other gacha game like Final Fantasy VII Never Crisis. So if this is up your alley, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's debate this. Well, we already have a summon shop with this Anima Crystal that will allow us to buy Perfect Lattice and Red Shadow Print, Evolution Lattice, and so on and so forth if you pull. Right? This is common practice in the industry where you get some extra rewards if you pull. And now with this event, they are gating even farther the Perfect Lattice, which is the most important item in the game, as we were saying. And instead of like giving us events that are free-to-play friendly, events where you need to complete a puzzle or a challenge or just play with some randomness, with some dices or something, instead of doing that, they are putting this behind the permanent summon. So you need to invest your permanent pools, or if you run out of pool, what do you need to do? You need to pay more to be able to participate in the event. Now, not only that, how often are we going to see the Wishbinder gift? We don't know, right? The level of communication is not there. So is this going to be like the Blessing Galore that comes every 3 weeks or so? I don't know. But when an event like this exists, you know that to play in the most optimal way, you rather wait before you summon so that at least there is an event running so that you could get extra rewards. You could get the Anima Crystal currency that we were displaying and also this new one, the Wishbinder points. Now, I have been saving pools because we know that in 16 days, there will be 2 new units being released. And the thing is, if I invest my pools now, before those units are released, after we have already pooled in Lilium, then I'm potentially hurting myself to be at a disadvantage when these new units drop. And then I will then have my pools. And then I will need to spend my currency, my premium currency. And this currency, we need it because every single day we need to max refresh because there is a broken economy. So it's like feels bad moment after a feels bad moment. I think events should be free to play friendly, and there is nothing better like giving us skins. For example, like Dieting skin, or Chiada, or Lingluo, or Sania. Green Sania is being used so much in PvP. What about a skin for Green Sania? What about a skin for Lingluo? Or, I don't know, something that will make it rewarding to be playing the game forever because you always have this like premium skin that came via playing an event. But playing means playing. Summoning, summoning means paying, right? So then what's going on with the direction of the game? I really thought the game was going to be PvP, right? And in a PvP game, you want to encourage experimentation. Of course, you might want to ask for some money here and there, but this is basically saying, because they are not bringing any reset events. Reset events are not there in the table. They are just gone. So the only way we have to catch up is by finding Perfect Lattice whenever we can. So if you really want to sweat in the game to do your best, then you are kind of forced to pull if you want to do your best, if you want to get the most value out of your account. But that sweat route is only there for people that wants to pay, which is really disappointing. It's not really encouraging a healthier gameplay. Now, I'm not saying other gacha games are not doing that. I'm not saying this is the only one doing this, but I think events like this are probably the worst events in gacha history, because I would rather take a million times something like the Shiada story. You throw a dice and something. The Cage Rumble, the Shiada event also brings a perfect lattice and it's free, right? There are ways to do this that is not putting that behind a paywall. And now the worst thing for me is like the optimal playing experience is like you farm shells all the time and you farm modules only in the double drop event. And now what they are saying is, yep, don't pull unless there is an event. So that means we have been nerfed, guys. We have been nerfed massively. And I think this is disappointing because, yeah, I think the game should be encouraging you to pull. And I do think that we urgently need a fix to the economy, a fix to Rengotsu so that it's a bit easier, way easier actually. And I think we need something like when you log into the game, you have like an Animus reset key fragment so that after you have logged in for 30 days or for 50 days, you could reset 1 unit. When it's something like that to encourage people to log into the game, as a reward, then after 50 days or 30, you could reset 1 unit. That would be fantastic. And instead we have these permanent things with the summons. Oh my god. Now, people will be happy because we have a double drop event. I think this is like a bittersweet news because yes, it's great. Yes, this is great. This is a band-aid, a huge band-aid to the economy. But I think they quickly need to change this to a token mechanic so that instead of getting a fixed time when you are either you play on that time or that's it, you have tokens, and the tokens, you enable them at will. Other games have already doing this. Like if you want the weapon XP token or the player XP token, battle pass XP token, then you can activate the token whenever you want. That would be fantastic because so many people are not going to be able to play the game during this weekend. They're not going to be able to sweat. And they are going to be missing out big time. And I think it's way healthier to do it so that players can enable this event whenever they want for them, and for them, they have double drop. I think that would be way, way better. And I think these events are really bad, man. So like overall, now having said that, I'm still loving the arena. I still have so much hopes for this game. I'm still playing the game every single day, even though I used to be a Kraken, I started as a Kraken, and now I'm going towards the low spender route. I'm seeing more and more predatory tactics, and I'm not really getting the vibes that I will get for a PvP game. I think they are trying to be extremely hardcore, extremely sweaty, and I think the majority of players that want to have a bit of fun playing arena here and there, they are more casual. Of course, we have plenty of sweats as well. And of course, the game is currently tailored for sweats. And I consider myself a bit of a tryhard. But I think for the sustainability of the game, it would be better if Perfect Lattice was not so scarce and definitely not hidden by a paywall. This is my reflection. What do you think about the latest events? We still don't know exactly what is the Quantum Cipher box and prototype. But I don't know. It feels wrong that all these new things are as well behind a paywall. What do you think about this? Is it like something that you enjoy because then it will give you an advantage to pay versus other people that cannot play? Or, I don't know, do you see any other benefits that I'm not seeing? I posted a comment here that's saying that this is a very good challenge. Not only is it difficult to build units, but also now we can pull. Thanks for increasing the difficulty. Like they are making the game more tryhard, so I'm saying my thank you to them to make it more tryhard. And then I'm asking them, could you please reconsider increasing Rengo difficulty? So now that we are going paywall, extra hard, let's double down and maybe increase Rengo difficulty. I would also suggest, rather than increasing the economy, why not, double the difficulty of Terrormaton and Doki Doki and Aurora and make it even less drops. For example, that is 0.001% to get a 3 matrix. module. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? Make it more difficult. Anyhow, I'm losing my mind, man. I am disappointed. Anyhow, what do you think about this? All the last things I said were sarcasms, by the way. I'm not advocating for that. Anyhow, until next time, thanks a lot for watching. Cheerios! Bye-bye.